sports, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Cleveland Browns and the Miami Dolphins. Coming up next.
From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. They'll be led out by their rookie quarterback.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure, and he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And that to the 30. It'll be second down. Now a stoppage, and we've got Chubb shaken up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. Second down and 6 now. Davis now. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Now 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Davis. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
Partner, he sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 46. Right back to Jeudy, and it's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down. I'll give the rookie another one on this opening drive and a first down with it. A nice start, Charles, for the first-year passer. He's come out, made a few plays, nice plays to begin this contest.
He certainly has, and if he finishes off this drive with a touchdown pass, I vote we don't call him rookie anymore. We'll move him right to veteran and continue from there.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. And a good sign for them right now to have their young quarterback looking confident on the opening drive.
Now, we haven't met a young quarterback, a veteran quarterback. It doesn't matter. We haven't met a quarterback yet that doesn't tell us he's confident about his abilities, right?
That's true.
But when you're young, it's really important to get off to a good start because it does build up that confidence. It allows him to play better as the game goes on.
Especially crucial here on the road. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short. Operating from the gun, Davis. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
Even with that broken tackle, he'll be brought down short of the 15. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that will bring up 2nd down. Looking to throw. Davis. Throw right side into the hands of Akins. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. And so far, a very nice, methodical opening drive.
This has the feel of a scripted drive that they rehearsed perfectly all week long, and now they're executing it on game day.
Script looks good so far. It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Browns are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. Now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They've got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
And he's got it. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd and goal. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
And Chubb fighting, but nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped short of that 1st down marker. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. Decision time, opening drive here. What would you do?
There is no decision for me. I'm the visitor. I'm on the road. I've moved the ball downfield. I've got momentum. I'm going for it right here. Look at that play sheet. Pick out your best play.
And even if you don't get it, then your defense is going to have a really good situation on the other side.
Exactly. And in fact, though, I'm not even telling my defense to get ready. I'm telling them to get ready to celebrate because we're going to score.
Hopkins' kick is good. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
His ability to adjust on the fly is almost unmatched in the game right now because it leads to a couple of snaps per game where you just sit back and ask yourself, how did he pull that off? Opponents can practice and prepare each and every week all they want, but this guy, he is hard to corral.
On the ground, this is Devon Achane. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Second and 6, just inside the 30. In motion, Hill. On play action, they'll throw. The throw right side here going to be incomplete.
This is going to be the matchup to watch out on the perimeter, and it won't be the last time these two go at it. Both of them believe they are the superior. In this case, the win goes to the defense.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the first down there, help them relax a little bit.
A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
I tell you what, that's a veteran play from a guy in his first season in the NFL. A lot of rookies are trying to force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. In motion, Hill. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He is going to find Hill here. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 25-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
They go play action here on first down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Here's 2nd and 7. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And Brown's got it for a Miami touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Walking into the stadium, we saw a ton of people donning the jerseys of this rookie quarterback, so you know they love that opening drive, and he throws a touchdown pass.
He gave a little bit of confirmation about what they had hoped, right? Because they thought they had a quarterback. They're thinking they have a quarterback. You do this, they believe they've got a quarterback. Look up, elbowing each other up in the stands. That's our guy.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it's capped off by an A.J. Brown touchdown. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun, Davis. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That one a first down pickup of 8. Operating from the gun, Davis. Out quickly to Judy. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Second down and a yard. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down. Off play action. Davis. Going out wide, finds Chubb. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make it second down. Back to throw. Davis. That's caught left side by Judy. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Steps away to his left. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Only a short game there, but that's okay if you're the offense. They brought a lot of pressure at him, and he uses athleticism to at least get back to the line and make second down a lot shorter than it was looking for a moment.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
When a drive goes this long, you have to give a lot of credit to the guys up front, those big fellas, because the offensive line is putting something together that allows them to continue to control the ball. And I know a lot of people think they get fatigued on a long drive. Actually, a lot of times the reverse happens. They actually get energized because they're controlling the ball, and they're the ones dictating to the defense.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The Dolphins do the job defensively there, and now it brings up 4th.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
Here's Dustin Hopkins now to try the field goal. This will be spotted at the 20, so it's a 30-yard attempt. Hopkins' kick is good, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Wide receiver A.J. Brown, you see he and the rest of his mates returning to the field here. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise he can really decimate them.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. They'll look to throw now on first down. This will be caught once again by Brown. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down. Now the first carry here for the running back. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Second down and a little more than a yard here. He'll look to throw. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
I think he had eyes on that run the whole time. Good anticipation, because it seemed to me he waited for the coverage to get drawn away and then had the easy scamper out of bounds to get the short yardage first down.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. Now a first carry for their fullback. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defensive coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
They work now on second and 9. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a third down and 8. They'll drop to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Well, we've seen how this quarterback can beat you with his legs. Saw it earlier on this drive, as a matter of fact. But that time, they had him covered.
They really gave him no place to escape, because oftentimes they're able to find a crack, a sliver, anything that can get them upfield. On that occasion, nothing open at all, and they swarmed him.
Sanders' kick is good, and they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on second and 10. Operating from the gun, Davis. This is the tight end, Njoku. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
This offense so far on third down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Davis. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. He'll get this up to about the 44. Second down and 8. Back to throw. Davis looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Moore. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. And Chubb will try the middle here. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. From the 44-yard line, here's second down and 7. They run it again with Chubb. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. That run's successful in large part because they had a lot of extra help blocking up front.
Yeah, you've got guys who can do that very, very well. In addition, they can catch the football. So sometimes when they line up with 3 tight ends, it's not necessarily to run it, and that gives you an advantage when you do decide to barrel off the line of scrimmage and block people downfield.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
And give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Looking to throw. Davis. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
I like the call. It looked like the right time to dial up a running back screen. But this one got disrupted right from the start and ends up falling incomplete.
Here's Dustin Hopkins now to try the field goal. From the left hash, this from 39. Hopkins' kick is good, and that gets him back within a single point. It's now 10-9. So they're content to take the 3. Somewhat of a conservative call there, opting not to go for it on 4th and inches.
And that's from a team that you and I know is not usually playing it close to the vest. It's a little bit of a surprise that they opted for the 3 instead of going for it.
Following the made field goal for 3, Hopkins now to kick it off. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Dolphins ready to take over on offense. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense.
Yeah,
run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
2nd and 9. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. So on 4th down, here's Jake Bailey to punt for the Dolphins. Back deep, Nyheim Hines. And this will be taken at the 13. It's a 45-yard punt and 8 on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely. I mean, size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
They're throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete. Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw. Davis. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw again. Drops it off for Chubb. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Davis now. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. A final shot before break. Davis. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
This one's been all you could hope for as an NFL fan. Just a 1-point game here at halftime. This has been as much fun as you could hope for, with both these teams in it to win it.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it's 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. Forced out to his left. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. In motion left is Beckham. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and off the play action, he'll look to throw it. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
Zone coverage here defensively. They're going to let their tight end run a drag across the field. This is where a linebacker gets forced to pass him off. That time, the receiver gets lost a little bit, and he's able to make the catch and pick up good yardage and a 1st down.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. In motion goes the tight end. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
I don't think anyone thought we'd see a run facing 2nd and that long, and that element of surprise, I think, helped make that play so successful. Nice effort on that carry, and it took what seemed like 2nd and impossible, now has him within throwing range of a 1st down.
On play action, they'll throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the 3rd quarter. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but
Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
to win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Davis. Toward the sideline, intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. Charles, we've seen them target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many, because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. Well, they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
From the 43, it's 2nd and 3. A give running right is Chubb. And he'll be stopped at the 46, gain of 3. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. Back to throw now on 1st down. Throw left side, and the ball is knocked out. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Miami's offense set and ready to go. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. Two yards still to go. 3rd down now. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins' first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
So how would you describe that one, partner? Workmanlike right there, getting that first down, blue-collar type football?
Yeah, only needed 3, got 4, just enough. I like workmanlike.
I think it's pretty cool myself. Everything doesn't have to be high glamour in this game.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. Tackle made that time by Dalvin Tomlinson.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd and 9. Now back to throw. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
I think they tried to fool him on that one. You know, being able to throw the ball to the fullback position. No one was fooled on that play.
No, lost yardage. You think they should yank that one from the playbook, at least for the time being?
I think what you do is you take it out and you evaluate it next week in practice.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on to kick it away. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds, and they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Off the play fake. Davis. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Back to throw. Davis over the middle, complete to Judy. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and a yard. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Looking to throw. Davis. Open man. He completes it to Judy. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another 1st down. Moore, the motion man. And now a fake on the jet sweep and a give to Chubb. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 3. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 17-yard line. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They go up the middle with Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. 17 yards for Nick Chubb. And the Browns go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points.
It took them until the final minute of the third quarter to get their first touchdown of the ball game, but now they're right back in this. They needed something on this drive to really change their fortunes, get them headed in the right direction, and they got it with the touchdown run.
Kevin Stefanski going to leave the offense out to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they've seen their lead nearly extinguished after that last score. But bottom line, they are still on top with the football. And a touchdown on this drive would really put them in position A. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
You don't see too many pass-catching fullbacks nowadays, partner. In fact, you don't see too many fullbacks, period.
Good news, though, he does have decent hands, and we saw it right there on display. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Able to pick up a dozen yards, but they needed more. 4th down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this returnable for Hines. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Browns offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes the right read seemingly every time. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Bradley Chubb there on the tackle. Second and 10. Operating from the gun, Davis. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
A give. This is Chubb. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you've got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage, and that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
Moore, the man in motion. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held them to no gain.
On the very outer edge of field goal range, it would be 56 yards if they got nothing here on 3rd down. That's going to be caught by Judy. That he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. The Browns send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. Hines now on the return. The Browns drive about to get started. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Just a gain of a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Now Chubb running right. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 102 yards rushing now for Chubb, and a first down as well.
I'd sure love to offer some advice to the defensive coordinator, but his guys are just getting run over by an offense that's executing like a well-oiled machine.
They'll look to throw now on first down. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it's 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Davis.
Well, as we all know, possessions are crucial in a tie game, and let's face it, I really didn't need to tell you that. You already knew it. So when he sees he's got nothing good going, an excellent decision to just send that one to the sideline.
The Browns on 3rd down. Well, they've converted 7 times and could use another right now. Here it's 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Davis. And that will be incomplete as well.
Yeah, offenses always try to be smart about when they're trying to dial up a screen to the running back because they understand you can only go to the well so many times in a game without the defense starting to anticipate the call.
The Browns send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. Remember, they had the safety go against them the last time they had it. Fortunately, their defense just forced the punt, so they'll try again as they start 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. He'll look to throw. This is Smith with the ground. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 27 yards there, a 1st down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. It's caught by OBJ. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that will bring up 2nd down. They'll look to throw again.
And in the second half of a tied game, every decision gets magnified. And here, if he forces this ball, it could be intercepted. So that's the prudent play to just airmail it out of bounds.
By the way, you'd be looking at about a 47-yarder from here as they come up on an important 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 14. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Back to throw again. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Jonnu Smith, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. Obviously a huge touchdown for their team, but a big touchdown for a rookie quarterback here to be able to break the tie in the 4th quarter.
And he just shook off all the pressure, too. Because when you think about it, tie ball game, rookie quarterback, most of them are thinking, don't make a mistake. Instead, this young man just said, I'll make a play.
Sanders on for the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it was Jonnu Smith, the big tight end, who capped the drive with a touchdown reception. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The visitors' offense and their star running back Nick Chubb getting set to take over once more. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. Davis now. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, and he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Targeting Moore, and he's got him on the crossing pattern. And he'll be taken down with a first down as they get about 14 out of that one, and we go to the 2-minute warning. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. They'll look to throw here on first down. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Very sharp here to start this drive, 3 for 3.
Yeah, I like the way he's running this 2-minute drill. Very sharp, very precise in throwing the football.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they know anything less than a touchdown here at this late stage is going to be no good. They were going for it all right there, but it was just too hard to adjust to that one in the air, and it winds up incomplete.
Final 90 seconds here. It's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. This is the tight end, Njoku. And they'll get this down to the 10. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's 1st and goal. They'll run with Chubb. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Second and goal from inside the 5. He's back to throw. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Not good. They didn't move the football an inch, and precious time ticking off the clock. This crowd doing all they can. Here's 3rd and goal. Back to throw. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll look to throw. And it is caught. They got the 2 points, and with it, they've taken the lead. Well, they had guts to go for that, and they got it. Now, if you're the defense, you feel some major pressure, don't you?
Well, they put it on you, haven't they? They've told you you are the unit they believe in. We'll find out now if they can make it hold up. But, boy, just going for it in that spot.
I know, right?
Amazing.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Well, this offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Back to throw. Connecting with Hill. Oh, but a great tackle there. Going to hold him to no gain as the clock runs. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Here comes 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Short throw to Smith. And he'll be out of bounds after a gain of about 5. That stops the clock, but slow and steady won't win the race at this point. This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. 4th down now, and defensively, Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, overexcited, and blow an assignment and give up the big 1st down.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a 1-point victory. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational. What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. And with that, we sign off from Miami.